Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a LEGO Ninjago news video. Today we're going to be talking about the January 2023 sets thanks to the site brickmerge.de, and they're a retail site that has a bunch of set names listed for January. And before we get into this, I feel like I need to set up Evo and the core wave. The idea behind this, because I had the opportunity to interview the team and I've been meaning to do this video for a really long time, the idea behind this sub-theme for Ninjago is to bring in, kids into the theme, but also provide adults with this opportunity with certain sets to, get what you would come to expect with Ninjago. Core, that's what it's called. It's the core of Ninjago is mechs and dragons and dojos and all these things, and of course the ninja, and that's what that was last year, and we saw that. I think that the original wave of Evo sets was really good. I think that the villains were the thing that was lacking, and for me that's a really important thing. Every time that we get like a new season, there's a new theme, and you've got the main villain and then some minions and stuff like that to collect. And that's what'll draw me into the sets. That's why Crystallized is one of the greatest waves, if not, I'm tempted to say it's probably my favorite of any Ninjago wave. Now, I'm not the biggest Ninjago collector. However, I'm an admirer from afar that I've recently gotten back into. And this is also the replacement to Legacy. So there's a lot of feelings with this. So here we go. Going into this. This is, just keep that in mind. It's for bringing in people into the theme. 71780, Kai's Ninja Racer Evo, $9.99 USD. So we had, like last year, a small mech, so it's going to be the same sort of thing here, but it's a car instead. And you are able to evolve the builds. You saw that last year. There's different stages as you build. And yeah, that's sort of the premise of these Evo sets. So 71781, Lloyd's Mech Duel. This will be retailing for $19.99. This is an Evo set, so it's a duel, so presumably it's against someone else. 71782, Cole's Earth Dragon. This is an Evo set for $34.99 USD. 71783, Kai's Mech Bike Evo for $44.99 USD. So it's a sort of split thing. That's kind of cool. Maybe it's like a transformer sort of thing, like the bike and the mech can turn into each other. Actually, that's fascinating because we have a similar name for Ghost Rider. I wonder if that's the same thing. 71784, Jay's Thunderjet Evo, so another really small set, $9.99 USD. Then we have 71785, Jay's Titan Mech for $79.99 USD. So that is smaller than the big combination one that we had last year, so don't know how I feel about that. And then we have set number 71786, Zane's Ice Dragon for $99.99 USD. And it's been a bit, I guess, since we've gotten an Ice Dragon, and last year, like, Lloyd's Dragon was phenomenal, and that's why this theme exists when they're doing these big sets. It's for fans like myself, and I think that's a really cool set. It is the biggest priced one, which we'll circle back to as we sort of conclude this video. But I'm excited about that, I guess, to have an Ice Dragon. And I think the dragons recently have been really great, and I'm excited to see what that looks like. 71787, the Creative Ninja Brick Box, $59.99 USD. So that, to me, sounds very similar to another theme that we recently got a little box for, the Hogwarts Magical Trunk. And I sort of wonder if this set is going to come with all the ninja, and you're sort of able to, I guess, brand it under maybe your favorite ninja. You could change the color to be all red and yellow and orange for Kai, and then green and dark green for Lloyd, and, the whites and grays for Zane, blacks and orange for Cole, blues for Nia and Jay, and I guess Jay's been using yellow recently, and probably Wu, like, maybe it opens it up, it's a little dojo, and I don't know, maybe it'll have all their symbols and stuff like that. I don't really know quite what to expect for that, but that's just sort of the vibe that I get from that name. I feel like that lends itself really well if that is the case. I still have not picked up that Harry Potter set because I'm just not the biggest fan of it, and it would make sense why it's that price as well, given that This is not something that requires a license fee, so that's why it's not as expensive. Then we have 71788, the Lloyd's Ninja motorbike for $9.99 USD. So I think, if I had to guess, that's maybe a 4+ set, just given the fact that it's off on its own like that. But that is the final set, and to me, the only saving grace for this sort of wave, this core wave, is the villains, I guess. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to. If they create a new villain, I don't really have a problem with that. Last year we had all those snakes that were just like, you know, you take the torso and the legs and swap them around and the heads and all that, and it's a different version of whatever they called them all. So I didn't really like that. I enjoyed the actual vehicles that we got for the villains. I think that's something that I miss for Ninjago in general, is getting, you know, the snake vehicles and pirate vehicles and things like that. And to me, this wave, the biggest thing it's missing is a playset. I have zero interest. I can confidently say that. Maybe the dragon if it looks really cool, but everything else, I just don't care. Like, I could care less about any of this. I'm sorry. Like, these vehicles, all of the Evo sets, they're not for me. They're not for the adult collector. I recognize that. I understand that. I remember I was in the store last year or this year, and I remember a kid running up and seeing Jay's Evo dragon and being like, oh, this is so cool, look, it's Jay's dragon. So I know that these sets are big. I have no doubt that Evo is successful in doing what it's meant to do and bringing in the kids into the theme, providing them with these cool dragons and these things that they can evolve. I just know I'm not the target audience, and I think that the only thing that'll interest me is the exclusivity of figures. And that's something else. If you compare Crystallized to the Evo wave that we got in January, it's night and day. And that's another really big thing for me personally, even like not just when it comes to Ninjago, but Lego sets in general, is exclusivity of figures. And, you know, if you spread them out amongst different sets, you are going to bring me in and lure me into getting all of these different sets. And that's something that the Evo wave failed with last year. Whereas here, you know, with Crystallized, phenomenal. Every single set had at least one exclusive figure. So with this, Nia doesn't even have a vehicle, and it's just really disappointing to me. I think the fact that we're doing this again, maybe they have new outfits as well, the Ninja, hopefully. That's another thing I think that will interest people. But other than that, like, this is the legacy killer, and I don't think that it's living up to the legacy of Legacy. I'd love to hear your thoughts, though. What do you think of Ninjago 2023? Are you interested in these at all? What's your favorite one? Again, for me, it's the dragon, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this stuff. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.